What's good, everybody? There were some things that I didn't mention in that previous video that I wanted to go through for those of you that may just be discovering this. Gina Carano is suing Disney, Lucasfilm, what have you. Now, we see the suit now, and Hollywood Reporter does document some of the more factual things that I want to discuss. In this suit, she points out, number one, point that I've brought up for a very long time, many times, Pedro Pascal's 2017 post comparing former President Trump to Hitler. This is, to me, anybody that was making these wrongful claims and acting as if there was something just extremely derogatory that she had did. They said that they were comparing, it's like that, how do I say this, YouTube, is an era, funny mustache man that for whatever reason people think you just can't talk about at all. And it didn't make any sense because you had a co-worker of hers that had no problem. It wasn't just Trump. It's actually worse because they were likening half of the voting population in Pedro's post to Nazism, like straight up. Did anybody get in trouble over that? Did he get in trouble over that? Of course not. But this is what I really wanted to bring up. You got some more numbers here. The suit says that Disney required Carano, who was paid $25K per episode, so we know that, as a guest actor, and later negotiated a one-time $5,000 bonus just to meet up a representative of this. This was like, they wanted to dress her down. They wanted to dress her down and have her publicly apologize for something that she had no need to apologize for. It just shows how corrupt, it shows how dirty and grimy these mega corporations are. I just couldn't imagine someone even, hey, you said something that offended folks. Now you need to go through some sensitivity training as well as get lectured to by a bunch of folks that, you know, had nothing to do with it. It's just insane to me. Carano also alleges, and by the way, it says after she refused, Carano was told to meet up with Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy, 45 employees who identify as Alphabet. According to the suit, she declined. It was terminated shortly. And look, much respect to Gina Carano. I don't think she gets enough respect, not only for just what happened, right, but sticking to her guns. You know, being unapologetically who she was in Hollywood, considering where she leaned politically, that was already going to be a problem. But the fact that there was all the stuff that was being thrown at her, and she said, look, I'm going to have my position. I'm declining all of this. And it ended up ultimately getting her fired up out of there and them lying. And you can argue that some of the reputation took a hit there wrongfully. Take that for whatever way that you may. Carano also alleges Disney engaged in post-termination smear campaign and abrupt removal of an episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, in which, I probably still pronounced that wrong, appeared in the show, and that show got canceled. We did talk about that as well. Carano claims that for wrongful discharge and sex discrimination, that's the claims that are being brought, and I didn't confirm that in the previous video. She seeks a court order that would force Lucasfilm to recast her and at least $75K plus punitive damages, which I wonder what those damages are going to be or what they allege. You can actually go see some of the suit. Wonder if they'll settle. We'll see kind of what happens there. We know that, and they mentioned here that there were some issues that they've already gone through. They spend a lot of money. They have some financial issues going on right now, Disney, as well. So it'll be interesting to see what will ultimately happen with this. I just wanted to bring some of that stuff up, though it is seeming to do with some kind of wrongful termination sort of stuff. And I don't know, at will. There's a whole lot of stuff that I'm pretty sure all the legal experts will be chiming in on. And if there's a case to be had there, I think if anything, the reputation damage is obviously there. But to me, that statement that they came out with was insane to me. If there was anything that you can get them on, it's that. If not the termination stuff, it's just the fact that these people had no issues lying. As a company with that much, that's that big, just telling flat out lies about you. And I want to I do want to say something that, look, I'm libertarian. I don't like this sort of stuff happening, and this stuff has to play out in court. But if nothing else, and I think people seeing my recent situation and lawsuits and all that, most people don't care about your principles. Your principles cannot protect you, right, from being sued, for sure, and it can't protect you from, it can't make you win a lawsuit. I think people that have nothing on the line will easily say that this is goofy, you shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be engaging in all that, and it all sounds wonderful when nobody knows who it is that you are, and you don't have to deal with the consequences should you not play the game the way that it's most advantageous to you. And that's what I think people should take from the more liberty-minded folks that don't like to see stuff play out in court. The game is the game, and we want to change the rules for sure to where goofy stuff like this doesn't have to be the case, but it doesn't stop the game being the game. We know how litigious Disney is, and they will go after you, and even if they lose a suit, they look at it from the perspective of, well, you know, you're going to hurt financially because all of the money that you had to pay because, well, court's expensive. Lawyers are very, very expensive. Just wanted to give you that perspective there. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios. Next up, possibly our most anticipated book thus far, Yaira.